Welcome back to this lecture video on transformers in module number 3 of basic electrical engineering. In the last class we have discussed about the transformer, operation of the transformer on load, on no load. Okay, we have drawn the vector diagram and all. Now in this class we shall discuss on the losses in the transformer. So repeatedly I am telling starting from the construction of the transformer, the majorly two types of losses that take place in the transformer. One is core loss slash iron loss. There are two names for it, core loss or iron loss, both are same, number one. Okay. Second one is loss means power, product, what the power we tell, na? Vi cos phi or Vi, product of voltage and current, that is power. Anything power dissipate, power is wasted, is called as loss. Okay, power is wasted or loss. What is transformer? Transformer is a static device which transfers power from one circuit to other circuit. Say for example, if it is transferring 100 watts of power, complete 100 watt, if it transfers to the secondary circuit, then its efficiency is 100%. If it transfers 90 watts, 10 watts is the losses. That's what is loss. There are two types of losses. One is core loss and iron loss, ORR, iron loss. One more is copper loss, Cu loss, I will write it. Cu loss. One after the other we shall learn. What is core loss? First we shall learn. Okay. So from the beginning of this transformer class, during the construction only, I have told you the magnetic material which is nothing but a core. The magnetic material which is nothing but a core, that silicon steel laminated core. So that will provide a low reluctance path. Low reluctance path. Reluctance path for the magnetic field. What is the core will allow a low reluctance path for the magnetic field, and it will have a high permeability. Why this low reluctance path? Because it has to allow maximum magnetic field, so that the complete amount of the magnetic field or the magnetic flux produced by the primary winding should link the secondary winding, so that there will be no leakage flux, or there are no fluxes get wasted. The 100% flux, if phi is the produced flux, then 100% phi will be linked to the secondary winding. Okay, so that the EMF whatever that induces in the secondary would be the rated or designed value, ideally designed value. But there exists some leakage flux also. Because 100% flux will not take its path through the core itself. There are some leakages in the flux in a practical transformer. That also I have told you. And also I have told you due to the change in magnetic flux, due to this, when this magnetic core is subjected to the magnetization, what will happen? Magnetization, an EMF is induced, a small amount of EMF, an EMF induces in the core material, if I say like this, it's a core material. So due to which an EMF is induced, due to which a current called small I, a small amount of current flows in the core of the transformer. That current is called as eddy current. Due to the presence of the resistance in the core, there exist some losses, power loss that takes place. That loss is called as eddy current loss. Okay, eddy current loss. So this eddy current loss empirically given by, this eddy current loss is empirically given by an empirical formula invented by Steinmetz. This formula is called as Steinmetz empirical formula. WE is the eddy current loss. I have told you what is eddy current loss. So eddy current loss is given by beta Bm square F square T square into V. So what is beta? Beta is the Steinmetz constant whose value depends upon the quality of the magnetic material used. Okay. And Bm is what? Bm is the flux density. Flux density means if A is the area of cross section, then phi divided by A is the flux density. Okay. So this is the flux density. So Bm square into F square. What is F? F is the frequency, T is the thickness of the lamination, V is the volume of the what? That iron core, that magnetic core. So from this we can understand WE is directly proportional to the F square and Bm square. If flux density doubles, the eddy current loss doubles. If frequency doubles, then also WE also doubles. So this eddy current loss, if the frequency and flux density are maintained constant, then this eddy current loss is a constant loss irrespective of the load connected to the secondary. This has been already studied in the operation of the transformer on load. Okay. So now hysteresis loss. Hysteresis loss is what? The combination of total iron loss or the total core loss is the summation of eddy current loss plus hysteresis loss. That's what this equation represents. Okay, now we shall understand what is hysteresis loss. You have already learnt about eddy current loss. Now what is hysteresis loss? You have already learnt about the hysteresis loop in your PU level. What is hysteresis? When a magnetic material is subjected to a magnetization. So when a magnetic material means here the core. When this core is subjected to the magnetization, what will happen? See here, if there is a winding here and I am applying an alternating voltage, an alternating current flows due to which a flux which is also alternating. So this alternating flux is written like this. So when this alternating flux is subjected, to a magnetic core, what will happen? This magnetic core is magnetized. This core is magnetized in one half cycle with one polarity, and in another half cycle it again changes its polarity. Means if this magnetic material, once it become N and S, in the next half cycle again it will become S and N. So like this, if the frequency is 50 Hertz, then 50 times it will happen like this. 50 times. This is one time. Like this 50 times in a second, that kind of magnetization in opposite polarities will take place. Okay. So it is so severe. I will explain how it is severe. Okay. Severe to the losses, and it will deteriorate the performance of the transformer. How it will decrease the performance of the transformer, we shall discuss. See, this B is the flux density and H is the magnetization strength. This curve is called as BH curve. Okay. So when hysteresis, this magnetization strength, say for example, if this is a material, this is a magnetic core material, I am magnetizing it through a coil, through a winding. Okay, through a winding by supplying some alternating voltage. By supplying some alternating voltage, I am magnetizing it. What will happen in one cycle? Only we will discuss about one cycle. In one half cycle, what will happen? It will, in one half cycle, it will magnetize up to some flux density. Say for example, this flux density, this point, it will magnetize. Okay? It will magnetize to some maximum level. This maximum level is called a saturation point. Saturation point. Now, even though, so say for example, if you suddenly cut off the supply, this material retains its magnetization. Say for example, some material, you might have observed in your common parlance that some of the materials like iron material, if you bring the permanent magnet in contact with the iron material, what will happen? This iron material also get magnetized. But in the course of time, I will remove that magnet. I will remove that permanent magnet. I will leave that iron material. What will happen if you bring one more iron material here? Again, it will attract. You might have observed this one. If an iron material is bring in contact with a magnet, suddenly I have removed the magnet. This iron material retains some magnetism in it for some minutes. If you bring one more material, it will get attracted. One more iron material. So even though if you remove the magnetization, it retains its magnetization. It retains its magnetization. It will not nullified or it will not become zero immediately. That's what will happen. So when maximum magnetization take place, suddenly if you cut off the supply, what will happen? It will not directly become zero. Again, it will not become zero. Some magnetization will be there. This point is called retention point. Retentivity we can call. So it will come to this point, not completely to 0 point. Now what will happen in another half cycle? It will become negative. Negative means what? Negative means, so again polarity is changed. So to negatively it has to bring 0. Some cycle it will become to, here it will become 0. This point is called as coercivity point. So immediately it will not become 0. Say for example, at this point it is the coercivity. After this again it will increase maximum. At this maximum point it will become to saturation point. Negatively the polarity is changed and it will magnetize. Again what will happen? It will become to 0. When it becomes 0, this curve reaches to the negative retention point. Means it will not directly become 0. It will come to this point. Again one more cycle start. When one more cycle start, again some up to this point, say for example up to this point, it will come to this point to become 0. From this point again it will start to rise. It will start to rise. At this maximum point it will reaches to this. Again it will become 0. During the 0 point this will come to retention. So for one cycle, this is the point. This is the extra magnetization or demagnetization needed for the system. So this type of loop takes place 50 times in a second in the transformer core. 50 times in a second in the transformer core. What will happen? The loss will here plus here, this period and this period. Unnecessarily, if it is at 0, again negatively it will become saturated. a maximum magnetization take place, and it will come to positive magnetization, negative magnetization, positive magnetization. But what will happen during the first half, one half cycle and next half cycle? It has to waste some of the amount of magnetic field to bring this to zero. Immediately it will not become zero. So here some loss and here some loss. The magnetic field losses. The loss in the current for this, for loss in the power spent for this is called as hysteresis loss. Hysteresis loss. In general, you don't, if you want to understand hysteresis properly, you don't consider this transformer case. General case you take. As I said earlier, if it is an iron material, suddenly if you bring a permanent magnet in contact with it, suddenly remove it, it retains some magnetization, some magnetic field. Some magnetic field will be there. That is what, when you bring in contact with this material, it get magnetized to here. When you bring this, H represents the permanent magnet strength, that you will bring it here. The magnetization of the iron material, what will happen? It increases to this point, maximum point. When you remove that, suddenly when you remove that, it has to become zero suddenly, na? But it will not become zero for some magnetic material. What will happen? It retains this value. It retains this value. This much value of B, flux density. This is called as flux density. Field strength, magnetic field. This is also called as magnetic field. Flux density is also called as magnetic field. This much of field in that iron core, even if you remove the magnetic material. Again, what you will do? Again, you will bring that magnetic material in contact with it. When you bring it contact with it with the opposite polarity, then what will happen? It has to bring it to zero. It uses some of the magnetic field to bring it to zero. It will not suddenly become zero. Then it will start to magnetize in a negative polarity. So it's loss, na? It's loss. Waste. Again, after you remove that magnetic material, again what will happen? It will not suddenly become zero. Instead, what will happen? It will come to this point, retention point. It will not become zero because it retains some magnetic field in the opposite polarity. After that, again bring that magnetic material contact with that iron material with the opposite polarity. Then what will happen? Change the polarity. Then what will happen? Some of the magnetic field is used to bring this to zero, and then it start to reach. So this is called one hysteresis loop. So here also some of the point, some loss, here also some loss of the magnetic field. Which is producing the magnetic field? Magnetic field in the permanent magnet, it's a different case. In an electromagnet, which is producing this magnetic field, that is current. Magnetic effect of electric current. If this current and voltage and current, which is the cause for this current? Voltage. Due to this voltage, this current is produced. Due to this current, flux is produced. So there is a loss in this product now, voltage and current. There is a loss in the product of voltage and current. This loss is called as hysteresis loss. This point and this point. I hope you have understood. So during the cycle of magnetization, this loss takes place. So what an electrical engineer or a design engineer should think of? Low coercive point and low retention point. While selecting the magnetic material for the core, it should have low retention point and it should have low coercive point. Like that you have to design. If you make it low as possible, if you make it, hysteresis loss get reduced. hysteresis loss get reduced. When hysteresis loss get reduced, the total core loss collectively reduces. Core loss is a constant loss irrespective of the load, then the efficiency obviously increases. Okay, so it should have low retention point and low coercive point. So Steinmetz, again one more formula, empirical formula for this hysteresis loss was proposed by Steinmetz through his research, that is WH is equal to eta into Bm into 1.6 F to the power of 1.6 into F into V. Means hysteresis loss is directly proportional to F and Bm to the power of 1.6. So directly proportional to frequency. If you increase the frequency, hysteresis loss increases. If you increase the flux density, hysteresis loss increases by an amount 1.6 times. To the power of 1.6. Hope you understand. You just remember these two formulas. Just explain. There are two types of losses in the transformer: core loss / iron loss and copper loss. So in the core loss, there are two more losses called eddy current loss and hysteresis loss. So what is eddy current? The eddy due to the when a magnetic core or when a core of the transformer is subjected to the when the transformer core is subjected to the magnetization, due to the change in flux, an EMF is also induced in the transformer core, and due to which a small amount of current will flow in the core itself. That current is called as eddy current, due to which a loss will take place due to the resistance of the core, that is I square R. I is the eddy current, R is the resistance of the core, due to which some loss takes place. That loss is called as eddy current loss. So it is given by the empirical formula WE is equal to beta so and so, and it is directly proportional to the square of the F. To reduce the eddy current loss in a transformer, instead of using a block of magnetic material, we will use laminated magnetic material, silicon steel laminated, because it reduces the area of the cross section. So if area is reduced, what will happen? The resistance increases, due to which the amount of eddy current will be decreased. Since the amount of eddy current is decreased, the losses of the eddy current can be reduced. So eddy current loss can be reduced by using silicon steel laminations in the core. So this is about eddy current losses. After that, after writing this formula, you explain these all things. Next, you explain about the hysteresis loss. What is hysteresis loss? Due to the when a magnetic material is subjected to a cycle of magnetization, through hysteresis loop, hysteresis phenomenon, some losses will take place in the transformer. That loss is called as hysteresis loss. It is given by this empirical formula WH, and it is directly proportional to the frequency and these things. You have to write Steinmetz constant eta, that is depending upon the quality of the material. So if you write till here, it is about the iron loss. In the next class, we shall discuss about the copper loss. Okay, thank you.